All right. I call cause number 24,612. The case is styled in the interest of Christopher Malky Salazar and Aubrey Nicole Salazar, children. This is a hearing on this is a temporary hearing on a petition to modify in a suit affecting parent-child relationship. The hearing is being conducted by remote video teleconferencing technology. We are using the Zoom protocol to hold this hearing. This hearing is also being live streamed on the court's YouTube channel. Both the remote hearing and the live streaming are being done in order to comply with Texas Supreme Court orders and Office of Court Administration mandates. The proceeding is being recorded by the court's official court reporter. Therefore, the court orders that no one is allowed or permitted to record any portion of this hearing or this proceeding by any means whatsoever, electronic or otherwise. With those opening remarks, I recognize Mr. Maxwell. Are you and your client ready to proceed?
We are ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Mrs. Fuller, are you and your client ready to proceed?
We are, Your Honor.
There is also a motion for enforcement of child support. No, I'm sorry, I'm misreading that. All right, I'm ready to go forward. I apologize for saying that. That was something I misread.
Judge, there is a motion for enforcement on file. We're just not hearing that today since this is a temporary hearing.
All right. Then also I recognize Becky Crump from the Attorney General's office. Ms. Crump, on behalf of the Attorney General's office, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Who's going to present the agreement? This being temporary orders, I'll accept a presentation of what's been agreed to on the record and base my orders on that, if in fact there is an agreement.
There is an agreement, Your Honor, and I'd be happy to present it to the court.
You may do so.
The child support beginning January will be due and payable beginning January 1st, 2021 is $641 a month, which is a reduction from the prior support amount. In addition, Mr. Salazar will reimburse Ms. Martinez at the rate of $110 a month for health insurance beginning January 1st, with a provision, standard provision in the standard form provision regarding if he obtains insurance from another source, he can discontinue that health insurance reimbursement. And I believe that's the sum and substance of the parties' agreement, John, with regard to the temporary order.
Mrs. Fuller?
Your Honor, that is our agreement for temporary purposes.
Mr. Crump, do you have anything to add or detract from?
No, Your Honor. Our main goal was to get health insurance established and everything. So,
Are you in agreement with the temporary orders stated?
yes. Yes,
The
Your Honor.
agreement for temporary orders?
Yes.
All
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, I guess inherent with that in that is Ms. Martinez will be responsible for supplying the health insurance at this point in time, and Mr. Salazar will reimburse her at that cost.
Is that good, Mrs. Fuller?
Yes, that's my understanding, Your Honor.
All right. Then the court announces that it will approve of the agreements for these temporary orders. I'll sign the proposed order when presented. If it is attested to, if I can use that expression, by each of the attorneys, including the attorney for the Attorney General's office, or after 10 days, with a 10-day letter that all the attorneys are aware of in this court. Anything else?
No, Your Honor, I will be preparing that order.
Judge, I would just ask Ms. Crump if she could get back with, to me and Mr. Maxwell about where the 330's been going.
Yes, we need to do that.
Yeah, as soon as possible, because the paycheck stubs Mr. Maxwell's turned over show 330 weekly being withheld, and
Okay.
my client has not been receiving that.
Okay.
Nicholas, they're talking about your unemployment benefits. They were withholding a portion of that, but Ms. Martinez apparently is not receiving it.
I understand that, but
We got to figure out where it's going to.
yeah, that's what I was.
330 coming out of his check is unemployment? Because she's getting 520 from unemployment, but then they're withholding from his check as well. She's getting the
They already
unemployment.
started withholding from your payroll?
Yeah, they're withholding every week from his payroll 330. That's what we're not getting. We haven't gotten it for the entire month of December. We're just not sure where it's going.
They, my secretary, before they started, when they offered me the full-time position at my job, they called me into the office and they had told me what they were the attorney general, the letter that she had gotten, what they were gonna start withholding from my check. And from what I understood was that paper that they showed me, that the 330, and of course you see on the check stubs that they've been taking $330 out of my check every week.
Right. We have not been receiving that.
Yeah,
We're trying to find out where that is. It's coming out.
You may need to talk to your employer and find out if they've been remitting it. Because they've been withholding it from your check at the rate of 330 a week, but nothing has been received by Ms. Martinez. And I don't think the Attorney General has any record of receiving it either.
Yeah, we're not showing an employment received. We're just showing the UIB received. And that it's still coming from that.
Which that should have stopped. So
Yes.
Been withheld
that's
from
just something
the
that
employer.
needs to be. We just need to work that out.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
Anything
Honor.
further? If there's being nothing further, we'll be in recess. Thank you.
Is
Judge,
your
I have
three-
one more, if you could give me, let's see, 10 minutes. I'll be
Certainly.
ready to go.
I think
Crump.
Becky was trying to ask something, Kenny.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
That's what I was asking, is if you're still on the 331. I think we
Yes.
have an intervention in that as well.
All right. I'll see y'all back in a few minutes. Thank you, Mrs. Fuller and Ms. Martinez and Mr. Salazar.